It's Zay Alexander in the building, and I'm telling you, you are tuned into First Kings. What's up, Brother E? What's up, King?
Man, look here. I'm so excited. I gotta calm myself down right now.
Hey, look, we ain't never calm because we've been blessed. We are always in a state of praise. You understand what I'm saying? Look, we got an exciting guest here today. I told you earlier about this young man, this king, who's here to discuss not only the word and break down the word with us like we do as a guest, but he's also here to discuss his story and what God has touched his life to testify about. You know what I'm saying? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dr. Eddie Connor. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Welcome to First Kings. What's up, Ken?
Yeah, appreciate it. Kings recognize kings.
Exactly. How you doing today,
great,
sir?
Great. How's it going? Glad to be able to be here.
Oh, man.
Right here in Miami. Bring Miami Heat. 305 in my city.
Oh, you already know what it is.
Yes. Everyday praise. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. And
absolutely.
Praise,
and you know, in this season of Thanksgiving, we know I just spoke to your sister here about the importance of waking up with praise, you know, and waking up with Thanksgiving. Because when you have that momentum behind you of knowing just how thankful you need to be, you know, for everything God has done, it is part of the inspiration in your power and it builds your expectation to know what God can do.
That's right.
And you know, and I see your book here, you know, when you talk about it says purposely prepared to persevere, how I found the can in cancer.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it is a power in that, and I can't wait to hear that from you. And we're going to get to this because that's a certain piece in the scripture we're going to get to. But first, come on. Listeners, get ready, because I'm telling you, we was in Mark 2. And you know, read the first part, Dr. Connor. I want you to read that first part and to the point where it talks about the four brothers.
Right. Well, verse 1 says, a few days later, when Jesus again entered into Capernaum, the people heard that he had come home. They gathered in such large numbers that there was no room left, not even outside the door. And he preached the word to them. Some men came bringing to him a paralyzed man carried by four of them. Since they could not get him to Jesus because of the crowd, they made an opening in the roof above Jesus by digging through it and then lowered the mat the man was laying on. They ripped the roof off.
Now let's stop here. Let's talk about this. We want to talk about the power of brotherhood.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
There were four. It says, you know, in the scripture it talks about where two or more gathered, right? I'm in your presence, like, oh, what can't be done. But there were five brothers here. There was four carrying them, and then the brother who was paralyzed. And I'm coming to tell you today, saints, that what we said earlier, it's important for us to have fellowship and to have brotherhood, right? I see one of the books you have here is what's the name of the book we got over there, Brother E?
Ooh, My Brother's Keeper.
Tell us a little bit about My Brother's Keeper and what that meant to you.
Yeah, the genesis of My Brother's Keeper really actually was birthed out of the book of Genesis. You know, the first question ever recorded in Scripture is God asking man a question.
That's right.
He says, Adam, where are you?
Where are you?
And really, that's not a question of location. It's a question of proximity and relationship with the Lord.
Exactly. Intimacy.
Really, where can you go that God doesn't know?
That's right.
He's all seeing, he's knowing. And so, but the second question in Scripture we see is now man asking God a question.
Right.
The question's now flipped from God asking man to now man asking God after Cain slays his brother. And it's the question that continues to reverberate throughout humanity, and that is, am I my brother's keeper? And it's a question when you look at a presidency where you're trying to get love to trump hate. It's a question that you see that is in our communities. It's a question that you see around the country too. How can you not, as Matthew 25 speaks of, care for the least of these, the lost, the left out, the overlooked, the underserved, the underrepresented? Those individuals. When I was naked, did you clothe me?
That's right.
When I was hungry, did you feed me? When I was incarcerated, did you visit me in prison? Because if you did it to the least of these, Jesus said, you did it unto me.
That's right.
And that's the question that we have to look at.
And you know, when you think about paralyzed, a paralyzed man, right? And you know, we all come across brothers who are in a state where they're